some fresh new home decor content. Some of you who already follow me on Instagram know that I've been overseeing my parents' home renovation and it's almost done and I can't wait to show you guys around. My parents bought this flat, a small 2 BHK flat in a quaint corner in Banjara Hills nearly 20 years ago. But when it came to getting the interiors done, we kept pushing it for later, and before we knew it, months became years and years became decades, and we never really got around to getting proper woodwork or storage solutions in the house. We always found this house too cramped for the four of us with our mountainous belongings, and because we only bought like standalone pieces of furniture and cupboards as and when we could afford it, we eventually outgrew them, and there were a lot of spaces in this house that were underutilized and not efficiently housing all our belongings. Now, after all these years, my brothers moved away to study and I'm married and living with my husband, and this house is essentially just my mom and dad. So after a lot of debate over the pros and cons of redoing a 20-year-old flat, we finally decided to go ahead and get this done and turn it into a cozy space for both my parents to enjoy. Before we get started, I'd like to thank our sponsors for this video, Fine Crafts. Fine Crafts is a wonderful furniture store which does custom-made and bespoke furniture in high-quality products, and they're all super stylish and sturdy. And we have actually featured some of their products in this very living room, so I'll be speaking about them in a bit, so stay tuned. Before we started, we did consult with an architect friend who came in with some really out-of-the-box structural changes, and that really changed the face of this flat. We broke down this wall in the middle of the hall, which opened it up to the other side where there was originally a bedroom, and that brought in so much light and cross ventilation and immediately just made the space look much bigger than it always was. Apart from that, we redid the ceilings and the floors and the windows. It was a huge project which took about 4 to 6 months to get together, and this is how it finally looks. So the first thing I've created as soon as you enter the house is a little entryway kind of a situation. It's obviously one big room and we don't have a foyer, so I wanted to make a little nook where you can leave your knickknacks, hang your keys and masks and sanitize, and also when you're on your way out, you could put on your shoes while you comfortably sit on this rack itself and check yourself out in the mirror and just do little quick adjustments on your way out. I tried to create a nice little vignette by using a tall floor lamp, which also is functional with a surface in the middle, and the shoe rack which has these beautiful louvered doors. I used a round mirror and a little shelf at different levels to just create some interest on the wall and also take your attention away from that switchboard. Moving further to my favorite spot, the living room. This area has a lower ceiling than the rest of the area, and this was mainly because we wanted to hide away a lot of beams on top. But it also serves as a way to outline a living room area here with a TV wall on one side and the couch on the other side. The brick wall serves as a focal point of the room, and it gives this cozy New York studio apartment kind of a vibe. We also added these grooves on the ceiling which continue down onto the wall behind the couch. It's a very simple and economical trick to add a lot of texture and character to the space. The POP guys who do the false ceiling and punning of the walls can take care of it just easily, and the great thing about it is how the daylight kind of plays with the shadow and highlights these lines, making it a subtle yet lovely design element in the background. To close this space, I had a couch custom made for this size and 2 single seaters to support more seating. As I mentioned before, this lovely furniture is from Fine Crafts, who are also the sponsors of this video today. As you can see, they're sturdy, stylish and custom-made furniture which is also very functional and comfortable. The quality is so good, I know that this stuff is going to last a lifetime, and they were extremely patient with my needs, sourced the exact kind of fabrics I was looking for and delivered on time. I highly recommend them for their really clean design aesthetic and their professional work ethic. I chose this velvet olive green for the couch to complement the red of the brick, but I didn't want to do matching single seaters. That would become just too heavy for such a small space, and hence I decided to mix and match this up by using these different chairs. We went for black and white geometric print to balance out all the colors and the textures and just bring some neutrality to the space. The coffee table is from Pepperfry, and we particularly love it because of its nested seating underneath. This was perfect, almost as if custom made to match the other black metal stuff here. Matching this is this IKEA side table that I hacked into looking something more upscale. I replaced the top metal tray with this round piece of marble that I got cut by one of my construction workers, and also added a little brass inlay to give it a little luxurious look. And we just placed the actual tray that came with the table at the bottom, and that way it became this 2-tier side table, and I love how sturdy and expensive it looks. We also created this industrial vibe sort of room divider, which not only serves as a partition but also a design element, especially because my mom loves her plants, and this is a very cool way to bring in some more without losing out any light or making an obstruction. Coming to the other side of the room, I tried to demarcate this into a dining room by using a round table setting and a pantry unit. I chose a round table just because I wanted to break away from the linearity of the rest of the space with all the squares and straight lines. This is also a lovely vintage inspired, like a farmhousey dinner table, which is quite popular a design in India. But the added feature is that it is in fact expandable. Yes, it stretches into an oval, making it a relaxed 4-seater or a tight 6-seater. And this is exactly what we need in a small space, right? The option to expand and contract. The option that every piece that you own can serve more than one purpose. This table is from IKEA, and we added these really comfy chairs from Pepperfry, perfect to sink into while you're having your meal. This big unit here is in fact a kitchen unit from IKEA that we used as a dinner wagon, come pantry unit, come crockery display setup. And it also serves as a hand wash for the guests who come for dinner. Because we do not have a guest bathroom after this renovation, we added this sink facility here to just serve that one purpose. So again, I chose light green for the lower cabinets to complement the green of the couch in this room, and I also chose white glass fronts on top to make the room look taller and more open. We used white china marble for the counter as it wasn't going to receive much traffic like a kitchen would, and we just used some simple cheap white tiles with black epoxy grout to just tie up all the black and white of this room together. Apart from the main hardcore living areas, we also created some fun spaces in this house. We broke down this window here and turned it into a 4 balcony with just a metal grill. And it was a total fluke that these IKEA deck tiles would fit it like Cinderella shoes, and it just amped up the space and made it look like a cozy balcony where you could just step out and be closer to the greens outside. On the other side of the partition of the living room is what I call the chill space. It has a desk because nowadays we all work from home so much, and the desk and chair are second-hand finds that I was lucky to find off of someone on Instagram who was selling it for half the price. They were originally from IKEA, and they perfectly fit this space, and we were also able to conceal the UPS underneath without losing any of the ventilation. The storage above is from IKEA, and it is perforated metal sheet, so it's light in nature and you can kind of sort of see what is inside, but at the same time you can just hide away any extras and put them all inside while they're still accessible. My mom is crazy about swings. It has been her dream, her fascination to own a swing all her life. And we were finally able to make that dream come true with this beautiful metal and rattan kind of a swing seat, which we ordered off Amazon. And we were really lucky that it managed to get here despite the lockdown. And it came with the cushions. We had planned for this in the beginning itself, so we had a metal fabricator make a hook which was suspended to the slab of the house and then covered with the false ceiling. This swing looks out into the beautiful little nook that we created outside, which is previously a balcony which was very inaccessible because of all the doors and windows and walls. Now we've added a fixed glass on one side and sliding glass on the other side to make it totally accessible and let all the light just come streaming in. The sunroof on top was also made by a metal fabricator, and it was an amazing addition because we can really chill in the space while it rains outside or when it's too sunny. We added this outdoor foldable chair and stools from IKEA, and also another few planter stands here and there because I told you guys my mom really loves her plants. We covered all the ugly tiles of this balcony with this faux grass carpet and added some hanging planters on top. I'd especially like to mention the fabulous work that our metal fabricator Ali has done. As you guys have seen in this video, he's done our metal planter stand partition, all our grills, the hook for the swing, even the clothes rack for that matter, which was custom made for this space. The best thing about him is his work ethic. He will never say no to an idea. So if you guys have any metal work, then Ali is your man. So you need to get in touch with him. Because of what a mega renovation project this was, we even replaced all our old wooden windows with these sliding doors which came with a wooden finish. The curtains are just shears from IKEA. The curtain rods are from IKEA too, and they were in this lovely matte black finish which go with everything else in our house. We chose wooden flooring to go over our old flooring because that was the fastest and the most non-noisy solution. Now before I end this tour, I want to show you guys how this space looks at night. For me, lighting is everything. As you can see, I have added a lot of varieties of lights at different heights and different styles. I think lighting is a game changer and it can totally amp up the space into something much more sophisticated and cozy and comfortable. I used just normal ceiling lights which have a little white rim around, but at the same time I broke the monotony by using some of these angled spots in black color, and they throw the light onto the wall or any feature items, and that way they kind of mute the light and give a nice wash onto the space. And like I mentioned earlier, I've also added this floor lamp which balances out the room with some more soft light on this corner as well. I also used a pendant light from IKEA above the couch. I used a little strip light inside the niche of the ceiling so that I could highlight the texture of the brick. I DIY'd this lamp out of an old Fab India lampshade. Its cloth was completely in tatters, so I just stuck some rattan sheet on top of it, and I love the warmth that it creates and the texture that it adds to the space. So this way you can choose how much light you want in the space, and you could either go all out and have all of them on when you have a lot of people at home, or when you're winding down this in the evening, you could just have a few of them turned on and let the serenity kind of set in. So that's it for today's video, guys. Because it was already becoming a very long video and you guys usually like a detail-oriented tour of where I got everything from, I restricted this video to just our living and dining space. In the subsequent videos, I'll be doing a tour of both the bedrooms and bathrooms and the kitchen as well. So be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit a like button so the YouTube algorithms will pick it up that this is the kind of stuff that you like and will show you more of this. So until then, have a good day and stay indoors, stay safe, and try and stay positive.